After the Heysel Stadium disaster, English teams were banned from competing in European competitions. With the loss of revenue from European football and to try and attract more interest from fans, some new tournaments were developed for English teams to compete for. In 1985, the Full Members Cup and the Football League Super Cup were created as substitutes for UEFA competitions. The Football League Super Cup, or the Screen Sports Super Cup as it was also known, was a one-off tournament. The 6 teams that would have been playing in Europe in the 1985-86 season were invited. This included Everton, who were the Football League champions and would have competed in the European Cup. Manchester United, who won the FA Cup and would have competed in the European Cup Winners' Cup. And Norwich City, who won the League Cup and would have competed in the UEFA Cup. Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur and Southampton, all of whom would have competed in the UEFA Cup, were also invited to play in the tournament. Everton and Liverpool played each other in the final of the Football League Super Cup in a 2-legged final in September 1986, with Liverpool coming out the winners. The trophy didn't mean too much for Liverpool, as it nowhere near compensated for the loss of European football. There was little interest in a Football League Super Cup for the fans, so the competition never returned. The Full Members Cup, also known as the Simod Cup and the Zenith Data Systems Cup, was played between 1985 and 1992. This was a relatively successful competition and did attract some interest from fans. Chelsea and Nottingham Forest were 2-time winners of the competition. A similar competition to the Football League Super Cup, the Mercantile Credit Centenary Trophy, was played in the early weeks of the 1988-89 season to celebrate the Football League's 100th birthday. The competition was comprised of the teams that had finished in the top 8 of the First Division the previous season. The competition, played over 3 rounds on a knockout basis, was won by Arsenal, who beat Manchester United in the final at Villa Park. Finally, there was the Dubai Champions Cup, originally called the Dubai Super Cup. The Dubai Champions Cup was an annual association football match contested between the champions of the English and Scottish leagues in a one-off game. The competition took place for 3 consecutive seasons from 1986 to 87 to 1988 to 89 in Dubai. The competition was essentially a British Champions Cup. Liverpool won the first Dubai Champions Cup in 1986, followed by Rangers in 1987. Celtic were the very last holders of the competition when they won it in 1989. There's no doubt that these competitions sparked the interest of fans, but they nowhere near replaced the magic of European competitions. Let me know in the comments, guys, what are your memories of these competitions? And please like, subscribe and share.